Massholes, Saso, Mizzo, doing a quick wrap up of the last week's playoff game just happened. What stuck out to you the most, brother?
What stuck out to me most from the playoffs was the Chargers blowing that 27-point lead, bro. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I feel as though they should kept the ball on the ground, protect the lead, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, they went away from Austin Eckler, man. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, but it was all because generated from the defensive turnovers that Trevor Lawrence basically given to him. You know what I mean? They said what? I forgot what they said the numbers were. It was like 28 and like 670 if you lose the turnover battle by 5. You know what I mean? Like the Chargers didn't turn over the ball at all and still wound up losing that game. They should have ran it. They should have ran the ball for real. They should have definitely ran the ball more with Austin Eckler.
It was crazy. Trevor Lawrence, he threw 4 interceptions in the first half or had 4 turnovers, and then turned around in the second half, just get 4 touchdowns. Game-winning field goal. That's nuts, man.
He looked the more experienced quarterback. And this dude didn't, Herbert, I don't know. I don't even want to say it's his play calling because you see they fired the offensive coordinator today and the quarterback's coach. But Herbert could have been a little more aggressive as well. I mean, not having, their big move the chains and red zone target Mike Williams, that hurt him too as well. So that was I don't know. I ain't gonna say I had a funny feeling, but it just seems like every time the announcers say something like, yo, don't, you know what I mean? Like I was down 27-0 and I came back and won. Like Tony Dungy was on the call and he said that, like, because there was a time when they was down like 21-28 and they came back and won. He mentioned it. I'm like, what if? And it happened. I was like, oh, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I thought Brandon Staley was getting fired. You seen what I put? I was like, yeah, they telling him don't come back. Don't even get on the plane, bro. But they ain't fired him.
It's that way.
They fired everybody. They fired everybody around them. It's like that don't make any sense. Like you're the defensive guy. The defense gave up all the points, even though they did get 4 turnovers. They still let them come back. You know what I mean? And drive down the field and win the game. So I mean, that's a tough one, man, right there. Yeah. So the Chargers one, that's a good pick.
Another game stuck out to me was the Minnesota Vikings and Giants game. I don't understand why Kirk Cousins will throw a short pass on the 4th and 8. Hey, bro, I have no idea about that.
That's you and everybody else, though. That's that. When I seen the play, I was like, what? 4th and 8, you throw it 3 yards? Like, what was he supposed to? And the DB's on him. So he's not like, he didn't have a chance to turn and run. You know what I mean? Like, you expected him to make a miracle out of that play. And it's T.J. Hawkinson. The ball should have went to Justin Jefferson. The coach said, look, the ball should have went to Justin Jefferson. He went and asked Kurt what is for explanation on why he did that. Kurt just, and Kurt fumbled, man. You know what I mean? He proved everybody right. The doubters say when it comes to the big moment, he can't make it happen. And he didn't. I mean, he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, although we have, saying the Commanders had 2 coaches, saying that coach, with us. But Kirk Cousins, he quarterback with us, and he did like you say, he didn't deliver with us. And, you have like the home field advantage, you had 13 wins and you ain't come through. You start packing. Not right.
Yeah, that's what they said he didn't watch. Yeah, I mean, if I'm a fan, I'm tight, man. Like, if we do the tight eye segment, which we'll do again for the team that just lost in the playoffs, I'm tight. Like, man, that's just not what we asked. That's not what we signed up for. You know what I mean? Like, you should have did better. You should have did better, man. Not 4th and 6, you throw it 3 yards. I mean, and again, Chargers, I'm definitely like, nah, though, you gotta go. Like I would be saying that I ain't gonna say protesting, but I would definitely be like, nah, why is everybody else getting fired? Especially on the offensive side. But Brandon Staley gets to stay. They were banged up on offense. Keenan Allen, I think he played half the season. What is it? Rashawn Slater, he just came back. Like, nah, man. And they was banged up all over. So it was a good coaching job at the same time. It's still like it was up 27-0. You got to find a way to get that home. You can't lose that game. You can't lose that game.
Can I give a little shout out right quick?
Who that?
To give a shout out to Kel's Corner. down here in DC and on the 508. Give love out there, Holy Cross. You know what I'm saying? And to my daughter, to my grandsons, love y'all. Yeah, had to give a little shout out. You know what I'm
No
saying? I
question.
just felt that a little bit.
No question.
Um,
I feel you, but it's just a wrap up show, bro. We not even, you could do
I
that.
had to throw, I had to throw that, but I had to throw that up in there because you know what I'm saying. Like without them, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be able to be part of this show. You know what I'm saying. I am because of them. God show homage.
I hear you, brother. No doubt. Definitely.
But yeah, back to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins supposed to, you know what I'm saying, supposed to move to the championship. 13 wins, and you bowl like that. That's not right, bro.
Yeah. But who can they get to replace him? I don't know. That's like I said. We'll talk about that this Saturday. As far as my game that I was kind of more intrigued about. It's not even more. It was more like a disintrigue, if you want to say the opposite of intrigue. Was why the Cowboys game and Bucks game was on TV. I know why it was on ESPN, but I just don't get why I was so hyped. I know why I was hyped, but still, like I find a way to prop up a better game. Obviously, who else would they put there out of them six games? The game that you're gonna put on Monday night for the last game of the wild card would be the Bucks and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, America's team. Tom Brady, America's quarterback. But still, if you look at the body of work, instead of going off nostalgia, let's look at the recent body of work. Maybe not the Cowboys, because again, they were 12-5 this year.
Yeah.
Good team, even though they put up a stinker against our Commanders. You know what I mean? But the Bucks haven't been good all season long. They had one game where they looked decent when I was against Carolina. Yeah. I just not on Monday night, and then you just seen it. Like I said to myself, I said, "Watch, this game's gonna be either stinker or Dallas gonna blow them out," and that's what happened. You know what I mean? It was gonna be like a 13-10 game. Bucks gonna keep it ugly. Brady pull it out in the end. Or again, like I said, what happened? What happened last night? Dallas gonna blow the doors off, and that's what they did.
Very vulnerable. They was very vulnerable yesterday, for real.
It beat the brakes off. I don't get what happened to Tom Brady and Mike Evans' connection, but that is So I don't know.
That defense of the Cowboys was spectacular. I'm talking about that dude Paulson reminds me of Lawrence Taylor from back in the days. I don't know if you watched Lawrence Taylor.
I watched Lawrence Taylor, but I gotta pump the brakes. He's good. I hear everybody saying it, but look, as a fan,
bro,
get there first. No, he's good. He's
as
good,
a Commanders fan, it's real, bro.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
Like
he definitely impacts
I haven't seen a linebacker in a long time that covers the field like him.
He impacts the game. He does impact the game, but like I said, we got a second year, man. You know what I mean? We got to let him get there first. Let's see what they do. He was a game wrecker last night. The Cowboys defense was flying around. They did their thing. You know what I mean? They did what they supposed. They did what they were supposed to do to a Bucks team that they're way better than. The Bucks ain't this year. The Bucks aren't in the Cowboys league. Different level.
Yesterday,
and the Cowboys
I thought I was watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader movie. When they showed Roger Staubach throwing touchdowns after touchdowns after touchdowns. Man, Dak Prescott, that dude was on fire yesterday.
Yeah, he was doing. Yeah, he lit them up. He lit the Bucks up. All right, so now they out the way. We're gonna look forward to the next game coming up. Definitely treat that Dallas Cowboys game. 49ers, all 4 games. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of, especially from the gambling aspect, there's gonna be some money thrown out there for Jacksonville. That's just me. That's just what I'm thinking, intuition and all that. Yeah, quick wrap up. What else you got before we wrap up real quick? This is a quick wrap up for y'all that's out there, Fanatical Massholes. We're gonna do these shorts every week. You know, after the playoffs, definitely after the playoffs, leading up to the Super Bowl, we'll sprinkle it in throughout the rest of the season. Other seasons that are coming up: baseball, basketball, hockey season. You know, Sa's a big hockey guy, even though his Capitals ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it. They're not doing nothing this year. Rangers won yesterday.
Rangers anyway.
Rangers, it doesn't matter. Rangers won yesterday 3-1. They beat the brakes off.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Much love to the Rangers.
They beat the Blue Jackets. I'm not giving y'all love. You could be humble.
As long as you don't be an honor.
Be humble all you want to. I ain't being humble. Forget the Capitals, man. Forget that. But what else you got? What else was intrigued you this past weekend that just passed?
Well,
You know what I'm trying to say. This weekend,
The Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati game. That was an intriguing game. What a story of the dude playing with Ohio State, playing in his hometown, be able to recover a fumble and run it back for a touchdown.
yeah, Hubbard. Yeah, Hubbard. Yep.
And got a record.
Yeah. Listen,
Easy.
14-point swing. 14-point swing. They held in there. I thought it shouldn't even have been a game. I hate to say that because Tyler Huntley's pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have been a game. But they made it a game. They could have won. They should have won, really. Excuse me. Baltimore should have won that game. Again, you should have given the ball to J.K. Dobbins. I agree with him. Hindsight's 2020. He should have gotten the ball instead of Huntley doing a quarterback sneak, not understanding. Don't reach the ball over the goal line, over the plane. I know what he's trying to do. Once you break the plane, it don't matter if the defense smacks it out. But he didn't reach the plane yet. Smacks out right into his hand, right into Hubbard's hands. He's off to the races. Almost got caught, but he's off to the races. Touchdown, 14-point swing. That basically ended the game right there for Baltimore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hopefully Lamar gets his money, man. They figure it out. I don't want to see Lamar change teams, man. But we'll talk. We're gonna obviously get more into that as the offseason goes along and as the playoffs go along. But hopefully Lamar works it out with Baltimore because again, I don't want to see him bounce around the teams unless he comes to the Commanders. But other than that, I don't want to. I like to see guys stay with their team. You know what I mean? Win with their teams. I don't want to see the same teams win. Like I want every team. I want every team to try to win there. I want to see different blood there too.
Yeah, Lamar, you know what I'm saying? I think you're doing the right thing by, rehabbing his leg because RG3, he had got hurt and he had to play with a brace on and he wasn't really the same after that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy playing 4 quarters every week with a brace on. You taking contact to the knee and, that's
he wasn't ready. He shouldn't have.
Lamar,
No, Lamar. RG3 shouldn't have came back. Again, that's what he's saying. But again, it was not pressure. I'm not gonna say it's pressure from the fans, but pressure from the organization. We're trying to get a playoff win. We haven't had a playoff win since 2005. You know what I mean? When Sean Taylor was there, like rest in peace, Sean Taylor, the great. But we haven't had a playoff win.
That's crazy that you mentioned that because with Trent Williams, was with us. The trainers wasn't good with us, not with him, not with Jordan Reed, nor, now the trainers, helping Chase Young out and, rehabbing the players the right way. That's the same with Lamar, what's going on in Baltimore. The trainers, helping Lamar heal up instead of rushing him back. Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs, but him coming back, to start over it's a possibility. He'd be healthy again.
Yeah, that PC like now, look, the PCL might be. I heard someone talking about it. PCL is a little stranger than you think it is. You can't do surgery with it. Basically on it, you can't have surgery performed, but you got to kind of let it kind of heal on its own. So it hasn't healed yet. He's doing the right thing. Again, he doesn't want to lose out on $250 million guaranteed.
Oh, no.
It's look, I get it. People want him to do the honorable thing, play for your team, go out on your shield. But I mean, that man, he's got people to look at, looking out for him and obviously for himself. That's generational wealth right there. You can't throw that away. I hate to say it, you know what I mean? As a fan, obviously, what our first reaction is to be, nah, go play, man. We want to see you play. That's what you're supposed to do. But that's man's bad. He's gonna throw away the rest of it. Like RG3 said, what he did, putting the brace on and going out there playing, it ruined the trajectory of his career. Even though he went out and played, he rushed back as well too. He could have said, maybe I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it did. You know what I mean? He did it for the team. He did it, because he wanted to win. And look what happened. Just a bad snap.
So do that mean
it for his knee?
So do that means that he gonna sign for a franchise tag this year? Because I'm surely that he's not gonna sign for a long term right now.
I mean, the way that they talk, the way you've seen on social media, where he's basically saying, cryptic notes and the with the kid when he signed the autograph and the kid who said pay Lamar Jackson his money, people are thinking he might be out of there, man. Like I said, I don't want to see that. As much as I feel like Baltimore's doing him dirty, I want to see them work it out. Work that out, get that done so he can stay. Like, I want to see him stay with Baltimore. You know what I mean? I don't hate
I
Baltimore.
don't I don't agree with that. I
Huh?
mean, because the thing is, he hasn't last 16 games, nor 17 games in the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a concern. That's why I'm saying the best case scenario is for him to sign a franchise tag until he does play a full season.
Hell no, I disagree. Like, get your money, man. Let him get that money. Look, we know what Lamar Jackson can do. Period. Point blank. He didn't. We
So
know.
give the money away like Kyle Murray, huh?
Nah, not like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray deserved this money too, but Lamar definitely deserves his money. Like, don't sign that franchise tag. Get your money. Like, he deserved. Lamar Jackson was MVP. MVP. I think he was unanimous MVP. He's a game changer. Period. Point blank. At all times, you got to know you have to game plan for Lamar Jackson. And even when you game plan, you still can't stop it. That's it. He got hurt in the pocket. He didn't even get hurt. I don't even think he got hurt outside the pocket anyway. That's the crazy thing. So they're talking about, he running quarterback. Nah, he got hurt inside the pocket. Lamar, get your money. Look, I see what you're trying to say, Saso. I get you, but nah, get your money, Lamar. Forget that. Get your money, bro. Real quick before we go. Well, you got anything else before we go?
Let me see. What else we got? I think we cover everything.
Yeah, man. It's quick, short, real quick before we go. Remember, we'll be back. We'll be on every week. We'll be talking about this. We got more topics. We're gonna be getting into we tied all right as far as the team that just lost. And we're gonna have some pop culture thrown in there too as well. I'm thinking, what planet would you want to go on if we couldn't live on Earth? Out of the 9 planets, though, in the solar system.
Venus.
Think about it. Don't say it yet, because I know you're about to go crazy. Dude, we'll just save it for this weekend. You know what I mean? When we throw it up, hopefully we'll get a good response from the fans. Something to talk about, because I seen an article where they said that a story basically where they said that they found another Earth in another solar system that's inhabitable and everything. What I'm saying, I don't know how, whatever. I'm saying, I'm basically just limiting it to the 9 planets that we know about in our solar system. Which planet would you want to live on? You know what I mean? Do some research, bro. I know it's been a while. Act like you're back in the school. Go to solar system. Go find a science center.
Oh, no, I already know. I give you a hint. Men are for Mars.
All right, with that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the real episode, obviously coming up. Not the real episode, but the actual official episode that we do once a week. Fanatical Massholes. Stay tuned. One.